guys all know Stephen Hawking, the brilliant and renowned physicist. The movie, The Theory of Everything, just came out about his life. He had some interesting things to say about sort of the future of humanity and sort of how we've evolved and how we may continue to evolve. We've got an interesting quote from him right here. "The human failing I would most like to correct is aggression. It may have had survival advantage in caveman days to get more food, territory, or a partner with whom to reproduce, but now it threatens to destroy us all. A major nuclear war could be the end of civilization and possibly the end of the human race. The quality I would most like to magnify is empathy. It brings us together in a peaceful, loving state." And I thought this was kind of interesting because it's nothing new here. Yeah, we should be better to ourselves and to our neighbors and things like that. But sometimes when something comes from somebody as bright as a Stephen Hawking, perhaps, Kim, we should pay a little more attention to it?
Dr. Hawking has also expressed his concerns over AI becoming too rampant and being able to control the, humans in general, I guess, or society in a way. And it's on both sides of the spectrum in that way. I don't really agree with him on the AI thing, but I do pretty much agree with him on this. We're going to kill each other.
Yeah. Do you think the robots are going to kill us, or we're going to kill each other first?
I'm actually more concerned about the aggression that he's talking about in his recent comments, because as someone who's on the internet for my career,
here we go again.
You do see a lot of that. There's a lack of empathy that I've never experienced before in my life. Maybe I was naive, but you do stories about domestic violence, and people will totally give others a pass for beating the shit out of one another.
Yeah.
And I don't really know when that was okay or when people thought it was acceptable, but I'll give you a quick example. We did a story about Afro Man, who is a rapper, literally hitting another woman in the face because she had the audacity to get up on stage and dance and have a good time at his show. Mm-hmm. She's a fan of his, right? And so we put that video up online. Of course, we condemned his actions. And a huge population of people were like, well, he was justified. He was sexually harassed by this. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
He hit a fan in the face for having a good time at his show. So that aggression, that's just one specific example. That aggression is becoming more and more prevalent, if you ask me. And it's problematic.
Do you think there's something about the online thing that's making it happen? So for example, back in the day, if you had to hunt for your food, you could get out a certain amount of aggression in a normal way. Or guys that play football, you're getting out a certain amount of physical aggression, where now everyone's just sitting behind their computer all day, so your aggression comes out in ways, something like that, where it's so clear what's right and wrong, yet you still find yourself expressing aggression because maybe you're not getting it out in a very human way?
People forget what it's like when they're not face to face with someone. Mm-hmm. So you don't realize there's a person on the other end of this who's reading this, who has feelings and thoughts and value. And when I'm face to face with you, there's no way I'd be like, oh, but maybe if I
But you would say that on Twitter.
No, because no. But that's a terrible example, actually. But you forget that level of humanity and empathy when you're not next to a human. And I think that's something we haven't evolved with yet as technology starts to evolve more and more.
Yeah.
I think Kim makes a good point, but I think another part of it is that people are frustrated right now. People have more student loan debt than ever before. It's really hard for young people to find jobs. And so when things aren't going the right way in your life, you're looking for a scapegoat.
Yeah.
And so I understand that aspect of it as well. But if we had a little more empathy and we understood the perceptions of other people, I think that we would live in a much better society.
Yeah, so why don't our governmental leaders talk about that? Nobody really ever. Obama did it a little bit originally, in 2008 when he came in and he gave that big speech in Egypt about understanding different people. But we really don't do that anymore, right?
Not at all.
Even from Obama all the way down, is there anyone that really talks about sort of understanding your neighbor and all of that? Why don't we do that?
Well, the government doesn't lead by example at all. In fact, we demonize people that are different from us on a regular basis. And so if you have leadership spreading those types of ideas, of course it's going to seep into the general population. When you treat all Muslims as if they're all extremists, as a government, you are sending a message to your people, to citizens, and I think that that's dangerous.
Yeah. All right, people, we're going to do a little test here. Can you all be empathetic, pleasant, lovely, and wonderful in the comments right down below? I don't want to hear any shit about these two. A little on me if you want to do it, but that's it. All right, right there, you know where it is. Subscribe, comment, blah, blah, blah.